Welcome back to the How to Write a Book vlog with me, Tez Ilyas, as I document the journey of me writing my first ever book, The Secret Diary of a British Muslim aged 13 3/4, available to pre-order now. This is chapter 6. Are you sure? I want to talk about the editing process. Now guys, great news, I've written a book in it. I've written a draft of a book. Guys, the past few months has been painful is an exaggeration. But it's not been easy. Many people are perfectionists. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm the sort of guy that'll get something 90% done and then I'm like, that's good enough, someone else can do the last 10%. But obviously it's my book, I've got to do 100% of it. I can't just be like, that's 90% done, someone else can take care of the 10%. You know, if you're doing some renovations at home, you can get 90% done and then bring some professional in to, like, you know, neaten it all up and make it look nice and stuff. Nah, I've got to do it. So I've got an amazing editor called Emily Barrett, and she's been helping me. She's the one who commissioned the book in the first place. She's been with me throughout the entire process, but now it's her job to read through the book, wade through all my bullshit and let me know what I should keep, what I shouldn't keep, and where I need to make changes. So she got back to me with an email last week and she had a lot of notes. But you know what, she was very, very encouraging, bless her. She was like, this is great, I can't believe how much words you've written, this is such a great start. You know, when they say to you such a great start, you know there's a world of pain coming. But she's like, that's a great start, here's some notes. So she wants to make sure that the book is really about me and has my voice coming through, and also you hear me, so there's some dialogue in it. At the moment, she said the book's very quiet, you can't really hear anyone. Which I was kind of thinking, well, it's a diary in it, or you meant to hear people, but also it's not a diary because I didn't write a diary when I was younger. I just pretended that I was writing a diary, so I don't need to conform to the exact rules of how a diary must be written. So I take a point completely. So I need to go away and do some rewrites, and that's what I'm going to do over the next 4 weeks. It's going to be very, very painful. I'm going to do some rewrites and then hopefully she'll come back to me and say it's better. I'm back, same jumper, because it's the same vlog in it. It's been 4 weeks, gave the book back to my editor. She's come back to me with some more notes, because inevitably there's going to be a bit of a back and forth in it. It's not as simple as, here I've written a book, and she's like, great, let's publish this. She'll have notes, and then I take her notes on board and make changes, and then I go back to her, and she's like, oh, I've just noticed a few more things. Significantly less than last time. The last edit was very painful, it took ages and ages. But this one seems like a significantly less amount of notes. So I'm hoping on the third pass there'll be even less notes. So yeah, I've got to go back and redo my book again. Not completely, but like, I'll probably say it's about a 95% now. So it goes from something that's good to something that's amazing, and people are like, you need to read this book. I want to write an amazing book that people recommend to their friends and family, frenemies, whatever, and say, hey, have you read Tez's book? It's amazing. I'll give you my copy, or I'll buy you a copy or whatever, or go out and buy a copy. That's what I want. I actually loved going to the library when I was a kid. Could you imagine people going to the library now and getting my book out from the library? That blows my mind that that might be possible. Anyway, I'm gonna go away and do some more edits. See you very soon.
2 hours later.
I'm back. I'm on my 5th edit now. It's a never-ending process. It'll happen. It's very painful. Each time though, there's less and less notes. So each time I know that I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And now I've changed from Emily. So Emily is my main editor, and now I've gone to Zoe, who's my copy editor. So Zoe's job is to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. Whereas Emily's job is to make sure that the story functions as it should do and it's as good a read as it can be. Whereas Zoe's job is a bit more technical and making sure all the grammar is right, or not right, because I'm writing it from the viewpoint of a 13-14-year-old boy. So all those bits where I'm meant to make mistakes, making sure that she hasn't, you know, corrected them and written them into proper English. So Zoe's job is to go through the book and make sure that all the details are correct. So for example, I wrote in the book how much I love listening to Snoop Dogg, and she came back to me, and she's a genius. This is like a 40-year-old middle-class woman, by the way. She came back to me and she goes, in 1999, wasn't Snoop Dogg still called Snoop Doggy Dogg? And I was like, how the hell do you know that? How would you know that? Like, how do you remember that? There's so many times in the book where she's like, are you sure that was out then? Because I think it came out later. This woman is a genius. She knows so much about everything. There was a bit where I was playing FIFA 97. I was like, yeah, I scored a goal with Gallagher. And she's like, is that Kevin Gallagher? And I'm like, why would you know the names of Blackburn Rovers strikers from the 90s? It doesn't make any sense. I'm nearly done, guys. I also need to do a legal report. So the lawyers have read it and they've gone through the book. And obviously because I'm writing about myself, I'm writing about other people in my life. The lawyers are asking me a lot of questions like, oh, you said this person broke a window in 2001. Are they happy for their name to be mentioned? And I'm like, Aftab doesn't give a shit. He'll break your window now, bro. Like, he doesn't care. He'd be happy that his name is in print. Don't worry about Aftab. He's cool. But there's other people that might be less happy about their name being in there. You know, there's a couple of people that maybe don't come out of the book in a very nice way. So I'm not going to them and telling them they're writing a book in it. So just talk to the lawyer about that stuff. So going back and forth with the lawyer, and the lawyer's going, can you change that word slightly there, make it a bit softer, or maybe anonymize that name, maybe give that person a pseudonym, so maybe not use that person's real name and maybe call them something else. So there's a few of those that I'm going through. So the editing process looks like you got your main editor who goes through your story and and make sure it reads properly. You got your copy editor that makes sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted and everything is correct and factually correct and makes sense of the time. And then you've got like the lawyers coming in and going, do you really want to say that though? Do you want to write it a bit differently maybe? So yes, it's a layered process. I've been through it now over the last month. Yeah guys, writing a book is not easy. The editing process is painful, but it's part and parcel of the thing, and you can't have an ego about these things, because people will come in who don't know your work necessarily and will come in and tell you how you can make it better, why you should change it, and you listen to those people because those are professional people who know what they're doing. That's not to say you listen to every single note of theirs, because they don't know everything. Maybe you're writing a specific book about something and they're not sure about the subject matter. Obviously you're the expert, fine, but these people are really good at their jobs. I mean, everyone who you love had editors in it. J.K. Rowling had editors, Tolkien had editors, George Orwell had editors, Philip Pullman has editors. Everyone's got editors. Don't be shy about people giving you feedback about your work. It's just part of the process. Guys, thank you for listening to that. This vlog is months in the making. Weirdly kept the same haircut. That's a coincidence. Anyway, don't read too much into it. The point is, thank you for listening to the vlog. If you like the writing vlog, stay for the comedy. Like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. There's loads of videos on this site. Why not go and watch my stand-up special, Testify? It's crossed 100,000 views. Go see what the fuss is about. Don't forget to pre-order my book, and I'll see you next week for the next chapter. Bye. I've changed my top. You know why? Because this vlog is edited. Editing is important. You know how shit this vlog. Look, I just tripped to myself. Leave that in. Don't edit that bit out. You know how shit this vlog be without editing. Super shit. So thank you, Idris. And stop shooting me, man. Stop shooting me. Have you stopped? Okay, good. Okay. Big up editors, basically.
Me.
You are big up Idris. Go follow his channel. Go follow his channel.